And don't forget to like and subscribe.
Hello there. Okay, just finished the new Matrix movie, the Matrix 4. I'm not sure what its name is. I can't remember. All right, now I know there's a lot of issues with this movie. Not so much issues. The story's actually pretty solid, pretty well-rounded, pretty much. People just have issues with it because it's literally just one act. The entire story is one act. It's obviously done as the first act of a series. So there's probably going to be another trilogy. Act 2 will be probably the most interesting part, the second movie, and then the third movie will just be the conclusion of everything. This one was the build-up, and it had to throw in a lot of what's going on. It had to throw in a lot of storytelling. It had to throw in a lot of everything. I, for one, actually did enjoy it. I, for one, enjoyed what they were doing. I enjoyed like the knock at the company who's creating it, Warner Brothers, because no matter what, they're like talking about, no matter what, this is gonna get done, because with or without you. I don't know if Wachowski was just throwing that in there as like, yeah, we're being strong-armed into this, or it was gonna happen. They own the rights to it, so they can do whatever they want. So I actually did enjoy that. I enjoyed those little bits, those little jabs, if they were jabs, I don't know. But the fact that they stayed in and everything, I enjoyed it, okay? All around, this movie was great for me because it really did explain a lot. And I went into it knowing that this is gonna be the fourth movie of a series that was done originally as a standalone movie, which forced 2 more movies because it was just so good. And the second movie was enjoyable, the third movie fell flat. And I was thinking about the third movie. The third movie was literally just the conclusion. There was no 3 acts. It was all just a conclusion. So if you actually think about this one as the first act of a series, because they're probably all going to do it that way. Each one's going to, like I said in the beginning, I actually do enjoy it. There's a lot of things going on in this story that do seem rather to be well placed, rather to be interesting. Like how the reason why the Matrix failed before is because it was all logic-based, and humans aren't logical. That's why so many minds wanted to be freed. However, if you look at the world now, everything's so emotion-based. Logic has been taken out of the equation. There are a lot of things thrown in the world that people use emotional arguments for when the logical outcome is the complete opposite. Everyone uses emotion to win an argument instead of logic, because logic is sound, logic is reason. We have lost that in our society, and it's very fascinating to see that here Neil Patrick Harris he uses emotion to basically control everybody, and I love that because you see that in the world. Everything that's happening, you literally see in the world. Using fear to control, using emotion to control. Logic is the reason why the Matrix failed in the first place. So look at society as it is. 20 years ago, it was logic and reason that was used to dictate society. Now it's emotion. So the Matrix has evolved, which we are in, to control people. People are more controlled via emotion. And I found that fascinating. Of course, this could all go into a psychological debate as to the reasoning and to, is this actually real, or is this just, I just enjoy it, okay? I absolutely enjoyed this movie. A lot of people had issues with it just because they were expecting something different. I kind of went in knowing that this was a sequel. I love how they actually created, because if you think about it, Neo is a powerful character. The whole fact that they made him believe that the first 3 were the original, and the fact that he's going insane, I enjoyed that because he's an artistic type. If he created 3 video games which consumed his life, yeah, so he would be going insane. So I did enjoy the little aspects. I did find it interesting that Trinity gets, okay, spoilers all around. Sorry, a little late to say that, but Trinity can fly. I personally believe that Trinity is going to become the next Oracle. The fact that she saw, and she's always had that ability to see the future, see little instances. I have a feeling that she actually is an Oracle. She actually will have that ability because she has now the powers of the One, which makes sense because Neo only actually had his powers because he was believed in by the one who loved him the most and the one he loved the most. So it made him more powerful than he really believed himself to be. And I like that. So here he believes in Trinity more than Trinity believes in herself that he frees her and she ends up getting the same exact. So literally, something Agent Smith said in the movie is like, anyone could have been you, but I could be anyone. So it literally hints at the fact that anyone has the powers of the One. It just takes someone to believe in them wholeheartedly, unquestioningly, unflinchingly. And it was just like, that is what I like, that aspect. And is it just me, or at the very end of the movie were Neo and Trinity acting like the twins, where they're basically talking over each other, finishing each other's sentences? It was very interesting. I'm curious as to what that's going to lead up to, or if they were just doing that for fun. But it literally sounded like the twins when they would talk. And that was I liked it, but it reminded me of the twins, and the twins were actually awesomely powerful and scary and evil. So are Trinity and Neo gonna be that kind of, of course, yeah, they don't work for the Frenchmen, but you never know. The Merovingian, yeah. I really did enjoy it. There are a lot of characters who are brought back from the original, a lot of things that they bring up. I do like what they did with Morpheus. As much as I don't like the recasting, they made it make sense in the world it's in. The fact that 60 years have actually gone by, and he's only aged 20. A lot of little things that they introduced, I'm all for. I am all for. I feel like they did a good job with it. Certainly, they did kind of spin the wheels a little too much in the beginning, like they're sitting around a conference table, but it did show him going mad. It did show Neo going insane. And I don't like how Agent Smith is now calling Neo Tom. I always enjoyed Mr. Anderson. Mr. Anderson. Of course, that was Hugh who always called him Mr. Anderson. I think he said it like once, probably while they were rehearsing, and it was like, yeah, this just doesn't sound right coming from me. You'd need Hugh's voice to say Mr. Anderson. He probably couldn't do it. I was like, I'll just call him Tom. We have a closer relationship. I'm his boss. I'll just call him Tom. So that's probably what they decided on. And I really wish they bring Agent Smith back. The original Agent Smith. Hugh, oh my gosh, he was amazing. Thank you all for watching. I've been ranting on long enough. I absolutely love this movie. Sure, it is one act, but if you look at it like that, you're just watching the first part of a film, it's not as bad. It's not as bad. And plus, I spent a lot of time watching Bollywood films, so long, drawn-out movies aren't a problem for me. I've gotten used to it. And they're normally always turned out to be good, so I'm just hoping this will turn out to be good. Thank you all for watching. Talk to you next time. Toodles!